Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, hello. My name is Mike Saniga. I am the Director of Engagement and Learning Innovation here at RPA Canada. I hope your weather is treating you well. As Canadians, we typically like to talk about the weather. Here it is a beautiful, balmy -1 here in Toronto, and that's Celsius. I'd like to welcome you to the MoU signing ceremony that signifies the accreditation of Colombian-based Javeriana University as an RPA-approved institution, the first in South America for us. And it solidifies a formal relationship to mutually advanced learning in the field of accounting. Going through the agenda, we will see the signing of the MoU and listen to remarks from the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada, delivered by RPA Canada's President and CEO, Mr. Zubair Choudhry. We will then hear words from Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay, Canada's Ambassador to Colombia. I will then ask Dr. Medat Endraz, Assistant Professor from Javeriana University, to introduce our distinguished guests from Colombia. Ms. Luz Alvarado, Dean of Javeriana University, who will sign the MoU and provide her remarks, followed by His Excellency Mr. Carlos Morales, Colombia's Ambassador to Canada. We will end by hearing closing remarks from Mr. Jim Green, RPA, Secretary of RPA Canada, and Ms. Natalia Baracaldo, Career Director at Javeriana University. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, before we see the official signing and hear words from our dignitaries, let's review the Memorandum of Understanding. It's always good as accountants to understand what we're signing before we go down that path. Now, the purpose of this agreement is to strengthen collaboration between both organizations, focusing on professional training and development within the accounting communities in Canada and Colombia. The two parties mutually agreed to the following: cooperating and participating in webinars, symposiums, seminars, and joint activities to bring benefits to both sides, focusing on the emerging fields of interest in the accounting profession in both countries; mutual sharing of information and professional experience between Canada and Colombia, particularly regarding membership management, professional ethics, knowledge updates, quality control, training, and career development; joint activities to support the protection of the public interest, economic development, fiscal transparency, and policy harmonization. We also see the professional accreditation of Pontificia University's accounting degree program. Graduates, students of Javeriana can qualify as RPA members upon completing courses in Canadian income tax, Canadian business law, and data analytics for accountants. And these courses can be undertaken at several Canadian colleges, universities, or via the RPA online study program. Finally, they also need to successfully pass our standardized mandatory professional exam, the MPE, which is administered by the Society. A liaison committee will be established to ensure adherence and execution as per this MoU, and specific initiatives will be assessed biannually and outlined in a detailed action plan. And this is an exclusive partnership in Colombia for a 5-year period, while we retain the right, SPAC retains the right to collaborate outside of Colombia. And that is really what the essence of this MoU is. What I'd like to do is invite Mr. Zubair Choudhry, the President and CEO of the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada, to sign the MoU and provide remarks. It's a pleasure to introduce this person who needs no introduction, if you've met him. I'd like to welcome Mr. Zubair Choudhry, President and CEO of the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada, to provide these opening remarks. Mr. Choudhry is a visionary who has had a lasting impact on the landscape of accounting in Canada. He's breathed new life into the RPA and APA designations, reshaping them with a fresh vision and mission, and innovative education and training program. As an experienced accountant, motivator, and mentor, he's been dedicated to promoting the accounting profession in Canada and beyond our borders. 5 years ago, as president of the society, he launched the RPA Women Entrepreneur Award to recognize and celebrate the incredible achievements of women entrepreneurs. He also initiated the RPA Scholarship Program for deserving accounting students from around the world. With over 30 years of experience, Mr. Choudhry is not only a prominent figure in the world of accounting, but also the proud father of 2 accountants himself. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. His dedication to safeguarding the public interest led to the adoption of the Society's new professional codes of conduct and code of ethics. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce Mr. Zubair Choudhry.
Thank you very much, Mike, for a nice introduction, flattering. I will begin now by officially signing this memorandum of understanding. Here is signed. And then here I also put the seal of the organization for signing of this memorandum of understanding. Okay, so I did my job signing this memorandum of understanding of this historic collaboration with Pontificia Javeriana University. So now I just take opportunity to say a few words about what we are signing. Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay, Canadian Ambassador to Colombia. His Excellency Carlos Arturo Morales, Colombian Ambassador in Canada. Dean Luz Karime Abadia Alvarado, esteemed faculty member Dr. Medhat Androes and Ms. Natalia Baracaldo, distinguished members of the RPA Canada and Pontificia Javeriana University, fellow RPA members, students, staff, and our viewers around the world. Today marks a significant moment as we witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada and the Javeriana University, Colombia. This MoU not only symbolizes a new chapter in our collaborative journey, but also reinforces the strong ties between Canada and Colombia. As president of the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada, I am thrilled to foster this partnership. This collaboration aims to enhance education and training in emerging technologies, uphold our professional ethics, and establish robust accounting and auditing standards for the public interest in our both nations. A key aspect of our collaboration, with the support of Ambassadors Marianick Tremblay and Mr. Carlos Arturo Morales, is to assist Colombian accountants in establishing a self-regulating accounting body. This initiative is crucial for the international recognition of Colombian accountants, aligning with our shared goal of professional excellence and global integration. Reflecting on the 70th year of diplomatic relationship between Canada and Colombia, we have seen the remarkable cooperation in various sectors, including human rights and democratic development. This collaboration, in the spirit of mutual respect and shared goal, align well with the Canada's commitment to gender equality and women empowerment, values that are crucial for societal progress. The expertise of Pontificia Javeriana University in accounting education is unparalleled in Latin America. As we integrate our efforts, we aim to recognize Colombian accountants on a global scale. RPA Canada is eager to extend RPA and APA designations to graduates here, fostering a new era of internationally recognized Colombian accounting professionals. On the auspicious 70th anniversary of our diplomatic ties, I propose, with the support of our ambassadors, the establishment of Canada-Colombia Center of Excellence in Accounting, Business and Management. This center, ideally based at the esteemed Pontificia Javeriana University, will be a beacon of knowledge and cooperation for the 70 years and beyond. In closing, I commend everyone involved in forging this partnership. This MoU is not just a document, but a gateway to new opportunities for accountants in both our nations. Thank you all for being a part of this historic movement of uniting minds and crafting success. Together, we shape the future of accounting profession. Thank you.
Thank you, Zubair. Very nice words. I'd like to now introduce Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay to say some words. Marianick Tremblay is the Canadian Ambassador to Colombia. Ms. Tremblay studied law at the University of Sherbrooke, was called to the Quebec Bar in 1990, and joined External Affairs and International Trade Canada in 1993. At headquarters, she has been the legal counsel in the Environmental Law Division, coordinator of the Human Security Program, and legal counsel on small arms. She also held the positions of Deputy Director of the Brazil and Southern Cone Section and Director of Hemispheric Affairs, which included relations with the Organization of American States and the Summit of the Americas. In 2018, she became Director General for Canadian Engagement and Partnerships for Development Innovation. She has had several postings overseas, including Mexico, Morocco, and Chile. She was ambassador to El Salvador and to Ecuador as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay.
Many thanks for this kind introduction, and muchísimas gracias a todos. También quiero saludar a todos acá en Colombia. Bonjour à tous, and again, thank you for inviting me to participate in this great event. And I was so happy to hear about the 70th anniversary of our bilateral relationship being mentioned before, because I can't think of a better way to continue to celebrate those 70 years by participating in this event this morning. It's really what the relationship is about partnership between our two countries. So on behalf of the Embassy of Canada to Colombia, I really want to congratulate both the Society of Professional Accountants of Canada and the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana on the signing of this Memorandum of Understanding. This agreement will really indeed be mutually beneficial for the accounting communities of both countries. Este acuerdo promete ser un acuerdo mutuamente beneficioso para las comunidades contables de ambos países. In recent years, Canada's educational institutions and professional organizations have strengthened ties with their Colombian counterparts through several agreements in diverse areas. And some of these agreements include the following organizations: the Colombian Association of Universities and Universities Canada, the Colombian Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and MITAX, and the SENA, the National Service of Apprenticeship, that's a difficult word, and colleges and institutes in Canada. So, and indeed now this new agreement that will allow students graduating from accounting at the Universidad Javeriana to have a professional pathway and also a future in Canada. You probably know that Canada is perceived by Colombians as a great study and career destination, and this is thanks to our high quality of living, security, multiculturalism, and the bilingual environment, of course. And more Colombians are choosing Canada as a study destination, and the number of study permits is growing every year at a very, very fast pace. I'm sharing with you that in 2022, we reached 10,130 study permits that were given to Colombian students, and this is more than the double than what we had pre-pandemia. Así que en español, el año pasado solamente Canadá otorgó 10.130 visas de estudio para ofrecer a los colombianos una experiencia canadiense. And since 2009, Canada has also funded more than 700 Colombian students to do short-term exchanges in Canadian institutions via the Emerging Leaders of the Americas program that we call ELAP. Canada also offers approximately $250,000 annually for Canadian faculty to teach or to conduct research in Latin America and the Caribbean, including here in Colombia. And through its scholarship offerings, Canada has sought to support the development of Colombian human capital while strengthening linkages between Canadian and Colombian post-secondary institutions and academia. So once again, I wish you all well, the best in this collaboration, and we hope to welcome a lot of young professional Javerianos in the accounting communities throughout Canada as soon as possible. But I'm very, very impressed by this achievement, the creativity, the innovation, and the energy. So thank you again to invite me to participate in this event this morning. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Y otra vez feliz de ver los colombianos acá con nosotros, igualmente que mi colega y amigo, el embajador Morales. I'm very pleased to see that Ambassador Morales is also present at the event from Ottawa. So on both sides, we support you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Tremblay. It was I teach at several colleges and universities here in the Toronto area, and I see the product of this hard work and longstanding collaboration by teaching several Colombian students here in the Greater Toronto area. Thank you again very much for that. I'd like to now invite Dr. Medhat Andras to introduce our dignitaries from Colombia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Medhat Andras. I am currently assistant professor here at Javeriana University. I have a long teaching experience in Australia, Sydney, in different universities, and I conduct, as academic, I conduct research and publish in international journal relating to audit judgment and decision making. I would like today to introduce our team in Pontificia Universidad Javeriana. I start with our dean, the dean of the Faculty of Economics and Administrative Science, Professor Luz Karime Abadia. Also, I would like to introduce the director of the Department of Accounting Science, Professora Martha Liliana Artis, and finally, Professora Natalia Bacarlodo, director of the Public Accounting Program. I want specifically to introduce now to you Professor Luz Karime Abadia, who is the Dean of the Faculty of Economics and Administrative Science. Professor Luz is Associate Professor in the Economic Department, co-director of the Economic of Education Laboratory, and the Director of Graduate Program in Economics at Javeriana University. She has a PhD in Economics and Master in Economics from University of Basic. Professor Luz.
Thank you, Professor Medhat, for your introduction. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Bogota, Colombia. It's an honor for me to sign this MoU. I'm signing in this moment. I don't know if you can, maybe not, you can see because my camera doesn't has this scope. Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay, Canadian Ambassador in Colombia. Her Excellency Carlos Arturo Morales, Colombian Ambassador in Canada. The RPA team, Mr. Zubair Choudhry, President and CEO of RPA Canada. Mike Saniga, RPA Director of Engagement and Learning Innovation. Jim Grimm, Secretary of RPA Canada. Mrs. Natalia Baracaldo, Director of the Accounting Program, Mrs. Marta Liliana Arias, Director of Accounting Department, and Mr. Medhat Endraues, Professor of the Accounting Department. I stand before you today with great enthusiasm and pride as we gather to mark a significant milestone in the world of academia and professional collaboration. Today, we come together to celebrate the establishment of a groundbreaking alliance between the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana's public accounting program and the registered public accountant designation in Canada. This partnership signifies more than just a formal agreement. It symbolizes a commitment to excellence, innovation, and the global interconnectedness of the accounting profession. As we join hands with the RPA in Canada, we embark on a journey that transcends geographical boundaries, aiming to create a bridge between our STEAM institution and the rich, diverse landscape of Canadian accounting practices. The field of accountancy is evolving rapidly, influenced by technological advancements, change in regulatory landscapes, and the increasing demand for highly skilled professionals. In such a dynamic environment, it is imperative for academic institutions to foster alliances that not only enhance the educational experience of our students, but also empower them with the knowledge and skills needed to thrive in the global marketplace. The Pontificia Universidad Javeriana has always been a bastion of academic excellence, and our public accounting program has produced graduates who are not only well-versed in the principles of accounting, but are also equipped with the critical thinking and problem-solving abilities essential for success in the real world. By forging the alliance with the registered public accounting designation in Canada, we are expanding the horizons of our students and alumni and preparing them for a truly global career. Canada's RPA designation is synonymous with a commitment to the highest standards of professional conduct and ethical practice. Through this collaboration, our students and alumni will have the opportunity to gain insights into the Canadian regulatory framework, best practices in the field, and exposure to the nuances of international accounting standards. This alliance opens doors for exchange programs, collaborative research initiatives, and the sharing of experience between our STEAM institutions. In conclusion, let us collaborate not only in the signing of this agreement, but the promise it holds for the future. Together, the Universidad Javeriana and the registered public accounting in Canada will cultivate a new generation of accounting professionals who are not only academically adept, but also culturally and globally aware. I extend my deepest gratitude to all those who have played a role in making this partnership a reality. May this collaboration be a beacon of inspiration for future endeavors, setting the standard for excellence in accounting education and practice on an international scale. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Luz. Appreciate your comment and your talk. Now, please let me allow me to introduce His Excellency Carlos Artos Morales, Colombian Ambassador in Canada. Just mention some few words. Ambassador of Canada since March 2023. He holds a law degree from Universidad Libre of Colombia, diplomat and consular career ambassador. During his 36 years in foreign service or foreign affairs, he held many positions, among other the following position: Chief of Staff at Ministry of Foreign Affairs, December 2021 to February 2022, Vice Minister for Multilateral Affairs, August 2021, Director of America, January 2022, Ambassador of Colombia to the State of Israel, February 2018, Ambassador, Deputy Parliament Representative at the Mission of Colombia to United Nations, New York, February 2015, Director of America, November 2011, awarded the rank of Ambassador, December 2010, Chief of Bureau of Latin America and the Caribbean Affairs, August 29, Minister Counselor at the Embassy of Colombia in the United States of America, February 23, Deputy Chief of Protocol, December 20,000, Charge Affairs at the Embassy of Colombia in Denmark, June 1996, Chief of Consular Affairs Bureau, March 1995, Advisor at the Office of the Secretary General, March 1994, Desk of Japan Asia Affairs and Ocean Bureau, March 1993. His Excellency Carlos, please.
Good morning, and thank you very much, and I apologize for this long post that you listed in the presentation. Thank you so much. Her Excellency Ambassador Marianick Tremblay, Mr. Zubair Choudhry, President and CEO of RPA Canada, Mrs. Luz Karime Abadia Alvarado, Dean of Pontificia Javeriana University, Mr. Medad Endraus, and also Mr. Michael Saniga, and professors and directors of the Pontificia Javeriana University. Friends all, it is a pleasure to be here with you today on the occasion of the signing of this Memorandum of Understanding between the Universidad Javeriana and RPA Canada, which is a window of opportunity to increase the exchange of professional talent between the two countries. This MoU is a further step in advancing in the recognition of competencies that allow validating the academic and professional training of people who have studied in another country and facilitate their labor and social insertion in the country of destination. It is an initiative that contributes to the economic, cultural, and social development of both countries and to a strengthening of the bilateral relations in the frame of the 70 years of relationship. Colombians among the Latin American migrant communities in Canada are the population with the best level of education. For this reason, it is necessary to move forward in the implementation of mechanisms for the recognition of competencies or the facilitation of professional registration. This would allow to recognize the diversity and quality of Colombian education and facilitate access to employment and education opportunities in accordance with the profile of migrants. This will benefit both Colombians and Canadians and will take advantage of the potential of qualified professionals who contribute to the development of both nations. In this sense, this embassy has wanted to advance in discussions with different provinces, especially in Quebec, where we aim to make progress in recognizing competencies for Colombian professionals who would like to come to the country or who are already in Canada. This initiative is an example of good practices that could be replicated in other provinces and territories with the support of education authorities and professional regulatory bodies. The Colombian population in Canada has been growing at a rate of approximately 5% per year for the past few years. We estimate that 125,000 Colombians in the country, making our community the second largest Latin American community in Canada. This shows how increasingly Colombians are becoming a contributing force to Canada's growth by contributing their knowledge and experience in fields as diverse as health, construction, knowledge-based services, technical activity, engineering, and thanks to this MoU now in the area of accounting. This growth has proven to be increasingly important in relation to the importance that Canada's provinces are placing on attracting talent and different industries. As an example, Alberta has prioritized attracting talent in new energies, agricultural technology, and life sciences, among others, in order to advance its goal of growing its economic sector and the size of its province population over the next 15 years. On the other hand, Quebec is in a relationship with Colombia, has expressed interest in being able to attract Colombian talent in the areas of engineering, health, hospitality, and information technology. In this field, Colombia has always been open to the two-way flow of people that is the engine of growth of the two countries, always ensuring better levels of quality of life for the migrant population. And in this case, the possibility of employment in their professional fields. This fact, it reflected how Colombia until 2022 was in the top 10 source countries of international students in Canada, with more than 10,000 students during that year. In this analysis, it's important to consider that approximately 3 out of 10 international students in Canada were on their way to permanent residency during the next 10 years. This translates more Colombians qualify for the labor market, adding up to Canada's growth. Hence, our community continues to come to Canada through various channels to work and collaborate in sectors as diverse that go from life science, public administration, and fashion through all productive sectors of the economy. As an example of the above-mentioned contribution to Colombian talent is the experience that Canada has had with students from Columbia University doing research internships in Canada institutions through MITAC. This initiative has allowed more than 100 Colombian students, researchers per year since 2022 coming to Canada in different areas such as engineering, computer science, and astrophysics, among others. Colombia looks forward to the continuation of this effort and in the near future to build a collaboration with our Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation. Having in mind the above, allow me to take advantage of this opportunity to thank the government institutions of Canada that have been open to have spaces for dialogue in different fields to work towards the strengthening bilateral collaboration in a broad bilateral agenda. I hope that this will be a first step to collaborate with more educational institutions in Colombia and Canada. Also, we look forward to working in the future in many other provinces and territories to establish collaboration agreements that promote the recognition of competencies and facilitate the professional registration for nationals from Colombia and Canada for the benefits of migrants and society in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the speech. And now I leave it to you, Michael. I hand it to you.
Sure. Yeah, what I'll do is we're going to hear some closing remarks from from RPA and from Javeriana. I'll introduce Jim Green, who is the RPA, or who is an RPA Secretary of the Board for RPA Canada. He's been in the accounting field for quite a few years, since 2008. He operates a firm in Cambridge, Ontario called Green & Company, focused on corporate and personal accounting and tax services. And he's been working with RPA Canada for a number of years now in various capacities to help the organization, and is very passionate about advancing the accounting profession in Canada and RPA's continued role within it. Jim, welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, this has been a really excellent presentation, and I'm here to kind of say a note of thanks to everyone. So I'd just like to go ahead and do that. I'm very pleased to witness today the signing ceremony of Memorandum of Understanding for accreditation of Pontificia University, Bogota, Colombia, for the RPA prerequisite courses. This is a significant, valuable step that will help Colombian accounting students to obtain the prestigious accounting designation RPA from Canada. I would like to thank Mr. Zubair Choudhry, President of RPA Canada, for his leadership and vision to establish this collaboration and driving it forward. His address and the MoU signing were pivotal moments. I would also like to thank Mrs. Luz Karime Abadia Alvarado, Dean of the Accounting Program at Pontificia University, Colombia, for being part of this mutually beneficial collaboration and for her good words today. The presence of today's keynote speakers, Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay, Canadian Ambassador in Colombia, and His Excellency Carlos Arturo Morales, Colombian Ambassador in Canada, graced the occasion with their support for this valuable collaboration between Canada and Colombia. We will be looking forward to strengthening this partnership under the guidance of the ambassadors of Canada and Colombia. I thank and acknowledge the hard work of the Board of Directors, the staff of RPA Canada in making this MoU possible, and I also appreciate the hard work and leadership of the staff of Pontificia University for their unwavering support and commitment in education standards and professional development of accounting students. Thank you to Mike Saniga, Director of Engagement and Learning Innovation at RPA Canada, and Dr. Medhat Andraz, PhD, Department of Accounting at Pontificia University, for skillfully guiding us through the ceremony. Dear guests and attendees, your presence and engagement representing both RPA Canada and Pontificia University are deeply appreciated. We are excited about the future of our partnership. Together, we can continue advancing the accounting profession and creating opportunities for professionals in both Canada and Colombia. Thank you again. And I turn it over to you, Mike.
Thanks, Jim. Dr. Andraz, would you like to introduce Natalia?
Yeah. Professor Natalia Paraldo, Director of the program, of the accounting program. She is a public accountant, a specialist in forensic auditing from the University of Extrando de Colombia, with a master's degree in accounting and auditing management from Santiago de Chile. Professor Natalia is auditor certified in ISO 37001 standard, which is anti-bribery and anti-corruption, with experience in conducting teaching using case methods from Harvard Business School. Professor Natalia has extensive experience, practical experience in auditing, especially in auditing firm, education institution, and also work as a consultant in national and international firms. Professor Natalia is also currently a member of Board of Directors and Audit Committee in national firm in Colombia. Professor Natalia.
Thank you, Professor. Medhat, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense gratitude and honor that I extend my heartfelt thanks to your excellencies, Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay, Canadian Ambassador, and His Excellency Carlos Arturo Morales, Colombian Ambassador in Canada. As Ambassador of Canada and Colombia, you embody the spirit of collaboration and cooperation that we hope will characterize this alliance. We are deeply honored by your presence here today and express our sincere appreciation for your continued efforts to promote understanding and partnership between Colombia and Canada. The signing of the agreement, this MoU, between Pontificia Universidad Javeriana and the accounting program and the RPA in Canada is a landmark event, and your support and participation add a special significance to this collaborative venture. I take the advantage of the opportunity that Her Excellency Marianick Tremblay spoke about SENA, because we also have an alliance with this institution. So there will surely be many additional opportunities to collaborate. It is with great honor and gratitude that I stand before you today, representing the Pontificia Universidad Javeriana, as we come together to celebrate the signing of this agreement. Today marks a beginning of a transformative alliance between our esteemed institution and the RPA designation in Canada, a partnership that holds immense significance for the future of accounting education and professional practice. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to our counterparts in Canada, the RPA team, Mr. Zubair Choudhry, President and CEO of RPA Canada, Mr. Mike Saniga, RPA Director of Engagement and Learning Innovation, Mr. Green, Secretary of RPA, and Mr. Alejandro Vélez, Office Manager, for their commitment to this collaboration. This partnership is a testament to the shared values of excellence and integrity, and the pursuit of knowledge that unite our institution. I would like to express my gratitude to the dedicated team of our university, to our rector, the Father Luis Fernando Munera Congote, and the academic and extension vice rector, Mrs. Maria Adelaida Farah, and Mr. Andres Rosas, to our dean, the Professor Luz Karime Abadia, to the director of the Accounting Science Department, Professor Marta Liliana Arias, and Mr. Medhat Drawers, Professor of the Accounting Science Department, who have worked tirelessly to bring this collaboration to fruition. Your efforts have not only strengthened the reputation of our public accounting program, but have also positioned our university in a hub for international academic excellence. To our students and alumni who will benefit from this alliance, I say that you are the heart and soul of this collaboration. This partnership is designed with your future in mind, offering you a unique opportunity to broaden your horizons and gain exposure to diverse accounting practices. In conclusion, I want to express our gratitude as a university to all those who have an active role in making this collaboration in a true reality. May this alliance between Pontificia Universidad Javeriana and the Registered Public Accountant RPA designation in Canada is an inspiration, guiding us towards a future where education and practice in accounting know no bounds. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Natalia. I appreciate your talk, and thank you for the kind words. I just now hand it to Michael for the conclusion.
Sure. Thank you very much. And appreciate, first of all, putting faces to names, and in a lot of cases, great to hear the inspiring words from all of you. I know there's a note that probably came through your chat. I know that the office would love to take a picture. These are the ways we take our group photos these days, I think. Well, again, thank you very much for taking the time today, and thank you very much for your collective leadership on making this special and exciting event happen. That concludes the events for today. Again, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks.